She said to me, you need to get off immediately. And I said, I can't because the car is currently buggered. If I could borrow some pliers, then we will go within 5 minutes. She said, I don't have any tools. You need to go. And then I said something else to her to apologize. And then she wound the window up and just carried on driving down her drive. I was like, nice. that's just not what you need at the moment. You know, sometimes you just need a bit of help.
Do you remember how to do this?
I think I've just
Can you remember? I'll go.
It's been a while.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Auto Alex podcast. You join me, Lilo Lil, and the hamster over here.
Fantastic.
And I can't remember what comes
What
next.
a great way to start. We're going to use that. Because I can't remember the intro. Because it's been so long. We're sorry. Rory apologised to the people.
We're sorry.
So you're sorry.
We're sorry.
No, Rory's head of production, so it's up to him to book us in because, you know, we're very busy.
We are.
We need
impossible.
We need to get booked in.
Yeah.
We've been really, really busy. So busy. We've been away a lot. So apologies. I've had so many messages. I'm sure you've had messages as well saying, where's the podcast? Are you all right? We are all right. We've been really busy. So it's been like a month since we've sat on the sofa?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Yeah. We did do a podcast with Tavarish, but he had news of his 918 Spider and he said, oh yeah, you can't post it until the end of the month. And we were like, oh,
But we recorded that at the start of the month.
Yeah.
Which now means that we need to re-record some stuff because it doesn't make sense now.
Anyway, that's none of your problem. That's our problem. Like I said, welcome back to the Auto Alex podcast, home of automotive financial mistakes, our life in cars, car news, and your questions answered. Today, you are joined by us lot. Lilo Lil, where did that come from?
It's just something I made up.
Okay. It was very
Fiberglass arse.
That
fiberglass
arse, yeah.
Yeah, apparently my arse looks like it's full of fiberglass.
It actually does.
Where we are going to answer your keep or quit dilemma. And I've got a new game that I want to play with use and use at home as well. It's called What Car Am I?
You would be...
If I was a car, what would I be?
You would be...
something muscular.
Something baggy.
You'd be like one of those Leyland Daffs.
Really?
You know, like a really noisy, slow lorry with a...
Do you know what you'd be?
What?
A bin lorry.
No.
You would?
No. I would be...
Yeah.
I reckon...
A bin lorry.
Do you know what I reckon I'd be? I reckon I'd... no, actually, no.
Right, have a think.
I reckon I'd be a Volkswagen Touareg.
No.
Because it's very usable.
Yeah.
Very, handy. Very incredibly practical.
Yeah, okay.
It's expensive, but like a proper workman's car.
You'd be the V10 version, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's fantastically unreliable.
It's fantastically unreliable.
Yeah.
And you've got to take the engine out every time you need to fix it.
Yeah.
But it would be really fast.
Yeah.
And slightly efficient.
Yeah. Leaks a lot of
and
fluids.
incredibly interesting.
Alex would be a Suzuki Carry.
Suzuki Carry?
Yeah,
would be a
very
Carrier.
short, stubby,
slow.
top heavy.
Yeah.
Because he keeps forgetting leg day.
Yeah. What's that? Who's that guy?
So you tilt him over and flip it quite easily.
And it's got a bit of fiberglass in it because they rot.
And it's full of air.
Okay. Thank you.
Full of air.
Yeah. And I can fit many people inside.
And
No, only two.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and they've got a tall hairline.
Yeah. They've got big foreheads like me. Right, Rory. What car would Rory be then? It's going to have to be something British.
Rory would be...
I think it'd be some sort of Vauxhall. What's a really shit Vauxhall?
Rory would be a Vauxhall Insignia.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take that as a compliment. Great car.
Yeah, you've had two of them. Anyway, before we get into the podcast, again, a massive hello to everyone. Hope you're doing well. We are going to talk about what we've been up to. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks. We have been up to a lot of things.
Yes.
Many, many things. So many things I've had to write them down. And that's not only because I've got a terrible memory. You know, Mike, our editor, said, did you have a nice weekend? This was on Monday. And I was like, do you know what? I can't remember.
I
literally can't remember what I did yesterday. Yeah.
Always do that. It's a nightmare.
Yeah. So I've written it down anyway. So if we rewind the clocks back by 3 weeks? 2.5, 3 weeks? We did a team track day, didn't we?
We did.
At Landau Circuit.
Good fun.
Yeah, where we found out which one of us was the fastest driver. And shock horror, Ben from TDC, he's very fast.
He is?
Very fast driver. Fair play.
Much to the dismay of Will.
Yeah. And Tom Lenthal. Turns out Tom Lenthal not very fast.
God, if Tom listens to this, he's going to be so annoyed about that.
As it turns out, I'm sorry, I'm going to gloat. I was faster than Tom Lenthal.
Yeah, but it's not hard. He was beaten by a child.
But no, because Tom's had a lot of track experience.
Yeah,
but
He's
he
got
is
his own
old.
race
He's
car.
old, though.
He's in his 70s.
Tom Lenthal, this is, unaware of it. A lot of people, they don't know this. Tom Lenthal got a podium at
He
Le
did?
Mans.
Yeah.
Classic.
Le Mans Classic.
Le Mans Classic, yeah.
So he got a podium where
Yeah.
a race is full of 70-year-old pensioners.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So his friends. Yeah.
he went out in a Mount 2 Jag, and in the qualifying, the bonnet flew up and smashed the windscreen. He repaired it, sorted it all out, and then podiumed at Le
Wow.
Mans. I think that's cool.
I reckon he's been bending the rules. I reckon he's got a modern engine in there.
No, he's bending the bonnet.
Oh, sorry. Very good. Very
That
good.
and all. But yeah, I was quite proud of that. I did beat him.
Fair
by a
play.
lot.
So Team Track Day was amazing. That was really good. We had 16, 17, 18 people. Yeah.
18 people. Yeah.
Also, Betty. You know Betty, my T25 camper van.
What's that?
Currently at Yorkshire Car Restoration.
No, I've forgotten it.
What?
It's been so long.
It has been long. Betty's very rusty. Sorry, everyone at Yorkshire Car Restoration. Betty is
No.
very rusty
Betty was very rusty.
because she is now no longer rusty. Completely rust-free and fully primered. And the inside of the doors are now gloss white. And there is a new colour going on.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
what
Have
colour
you
is going on?
Have you chosen the colour? Or are
I have chosen the colour.
they? Okay.
Yeah.
What have you chosen?
This is an exclusive.
Okay.
A world exclusive.
Because we genuinely don't know this, do we?
I'm going liquid yellow.
I
Renault liquid
I was
yellow.
really hoping you was going to say
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That
yeah.
is so cool.
Fantastic colour.
Really cool. If you ever need to get paint done, it's a nightmare, but it is awesome.
I just won't drive it.
Mm.
I was
Yeah.
going to say I won't crash it. That's definitely a car you don't want to crash, but I just won't drive
Are
it.
you going liquid yellow roof as well, or are you going to have the split roof?
So the split roof is staying.
So white on top,
I
liquid
think
yellow?
I'll go white. Continue the white on top,
Yeah.
liquid yellow, and then I might get some like white decals along the side as well.
Why don't you get like a white decal that goes into like Auto Alex?
Oh,
That would be
So it's like a
nice.
line that then blends into the
bit
Auto
flashy
Alex.
though,
Yeah.
isn't it?
No, I like that.
No,
I think that's
no,
cool.
I think that's quite.
I'll
you,
have a think.
you could do it. You know what you could even do?
Yeah.
Does anyone who listens to this podcast or know anyone who does the hand
Oh, the pin strap.
a pin like
Pinstriping.
proper pinstriping down it?
I think I know a man that knows a man.
I watched it on the TV, the Rolls Royce people, and it looks quite simple. You get a white glove, and then you just don't
No.
cough. You just go like
you
that.
don't cough.
Don't cough.
So what about, when you're going like this and it's wiggling it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I watched Rory paint some calipers earlier and they look like someone's melted down some crayons and chucked them at the calipers.
You told me they don't look that bad.
From about 30 foot away.
Yeah. Thank God those wheels are going back on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we should probably get someone in to do that.
All right.
The question is, where are you going to put Betty? Because she won't fit in here.
She's large. She is very. She does fit in here. Does she not?
No, I
There's
don't think she will.
I need storage.
Yeah.
If anyone is selling some storage, I will be buying some storage.
Okay.
Can you buy storage? What are you selling storage?
I'm
Rory?
selling some storage. Yeah.
How much you want?
Well, how much we talking?
I'll give you a pound a square foot.
What Tom Lenthal price is like £80 a week or something?
Is
like
it?
that? Yeah, yeah.
Bloody hell! That's how we can afford all his racing, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how he get.
He
He
just
buys
stores
he
things.
buys his way onto the podium. Must be.
Right.
He stores all the cars for all the people who do, like the judges.
Yeah, and then he detunes the engines of
Knew
his
it.
competitors.
Knew it.
That's
There
what
we
he
go.
does. Yeah.
Tom, we found you out. So Betty is going very well. Paint is going on, I think, this week / next week.
That is very exciting.
By the way, today is Wednesday. We are filming this yesterday, Tuesday. So again, we don't have much time. But I was like, Rory, we've got to get this done for the people. The podcast people want it. So here we are, staying late for you guys.
We were actually midway through working on Rory's car
Yeah.
before we filmed this podcast.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be going on one of our road trips on Sunday.
Tourings.
So we've got a few days left. We've got so much work to do.
Yeah.
We have got so much work to do, haven't we, Rory?
So yeah,
So much.
it's not
so,
that we've left everything till last minute again,
No,
but we've left
definitely
everything.
but we have
Def-
left everything
definitely.
till
Yeah.
last
I
minute.
think this could be the worst version of that.
No, I would say the Poland trip was probably worse than this.
Okay, but we have 3 cars that are in no.
Actually,
state.
no, yeah, because that was only one car. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is worse because all 3 cars are
Yeah.
non-runners at the moment.
But I think this could be the road trip that we go on with the most special cars to us that we've ever been on.
If you make it this time.
If I make it this time,
Just
which
make
I'm
sure
hoping I will.
Just talk up the wheel bolts this time.
I will find out tomorrow whether I make it or not because my car that I'm taking is going to be tuned
Yeah.
on a dyno. And I'm a bit nervous about it because
Yeah.
I have a bit of a track record for blowing things up.
Yes.
So we've been talking about doing this trip for Near the start of Auto Alex, actually.
Yeah.
A long time.
And it was called the Touring Tourings.
Yeah. Although one car has changed, hasn't it, Taylor?
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm happy for that.
Yeah, all right.
Genuinely am, because my 540i is really special to me. But I was originally going to take my E46, that V8 swap, but I haven't finished it.
No, 2 cars have changed. I'll tell you, this is how long we've been talking about this trip for.
Yeah.
Touring Tourings originally started with, no, incorrect, Taylor, not the E30. It started with your E39.
Yeah.
It started with your 330i
Yeah.
and my 535D.
Oh,
did it?
That is how long.
Really?
That is how long ago we've been talking about Touring Tourings.
God,
You
talk about a throwback.
I reckon you sold that car 3 years ago.
It was two and a bit years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
Was that the one that got away?
You know what? I was sitting in Taylor's E61 today on the way to Sainsbury's, and I was like, I do miss this car.
Yeah.
As my suspension was knocking away.
But it's those comfort seats, man.
They're so good.
That you just melt into.
They
You know
are
what?
so good.
Absolutely smash an F11, a G31, or whatever. Those seats in that
Yeah, they are good. They're very good.
incredible.
Yeah, very good. On top of that as well, motorbike track day I did with Gareth at Cadwell Park. Shout out to Bennett's for giving us the invite for that. That was good. Didn't crash. Got some air. You see the picture where I got some air?
I haven't seen a picture of that. No.
Oh, what?
No.
Oh, it's like my best picture ever.
Is it?
Yeah, it's great. And speaking of track days, Rory and I, are going on a track day tomorrow. Brands Hatch, or today, as you're listening to this or watching this, today, a Brands Hatch again with Bennett's, because I bought Chris, our good friend and also head of merch, a motorbike for his 40th birthday.
I am a bit concerned about that.
Well, he's not going to go flat out. I'm going to get him tuition.
I've seen what Chris is like around you and Gareth.
Yeah.
And
what's
it's
that?
usually, Chris, do it. All right, then.
But we're going to be in different groups. He's going to be in novice group. So it'll be fine.
Don't kill Chris, because we're supposed to be going for a pizza on Thursday.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah,
I'd
yeah,
quite
yeah.
like to have that pizza.
Wait, so who's giving Chris tuition then if you're not with him?
So, okay, Chris doesn't know this yet.
Yeah.
So Bennett's sponsor a man who does the Isle of Man TT.
Yeah.
That man's name is John McGuinness, the legendary John McGuinness. He is like the biggest name at the Isle of Man TT. He's a legend.
Yes.
I don't know if Chris knows him, but we're going to introduce, hopefully if all things goes well, we're going to introduce him to Chris, and Chris will be like, how you doing? And John will be like, hey up bastard, follow me, don't crash, bloody motorbike tap thing.
Is he from Cornwall?
Yes, he's Cornish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. He loves a good pasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Chris might actually get tuition from the legendary John McGuinness.
That's really cool.
And he probably won't even know. And then after the fact, we're probably going to tell him, by the way, he's like the biggest name in the TT.
Okay, that's pretty mental.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
He can ride every single track, blindfolded, asleep, backwards.
I'd
and
like
he'll be
to see
faster
it.
than everyone.
I'd like to see a demonstration of that.
I'll ask him to do that. But tomorrow, very exciting, we're going to do that. So Chris is a little bit nervous. I spoke to him today. So I've got his bike. I'm not going to reveal what it is yet because that
really
video's
cool.
coming out next week. On my bike trailer. I've got my track bike on the bike trailer. I'm going to take it home tonight. And then in the morning, we can head to Brands.
Okay.
And that's going to be part of the video. M3 Touring on track. That was very good fun. You will see that video tomorrow, which is great.
Anything happen while you're on track?
Yeah, I burnt out the tyres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, lots of drifting.
Yeah.
A lot of drifting.
A lot of drifting, yeah.
I must say,
Yeah.
I have caught a glimpse of some of the edit from because we got a new little editing studio.
We do, yeah,
here
yeah,
behind on the other side of the podcast there.
Yeah.
And I caught a glimpse of some of the clips from that, and it looks fabulous.
Yeah,
that
good.
I'm really excited to see that episode.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
genuinely,
Oh,
some of the
wicked.
clips of what that car completely broadside.
Yes.
with the perfect sunlight, and you can see the color of it, and it's just
Oh, it's
awesome, and the
lovely.
noise,
It is.
and it's very cool.
Yeah.
If you're a petrol head, it's like it's
Yeah.
very cool to see stuff like that.
Yeah. And I love just looking at it in the unit, if I could do that.
And you like driving it as well, right?
I do like driving it. Yeah.
Where is it?
What?
What?
Also,
No. Rory asked a question.
you know the rear of the car is like sitting a bit high
Mm-hmm.
by about 10 mil.
Mm-hmm.
So I phoned up James from Reedish. I said, would you mind hopping on a train, coming over, picking it up, taking it back to Reedish, put it on your ramp, because our ramp's currently got your car on it.
No,
And then
it's
just
all right.
lowering-
We've got the equipment for garages, quick jacks. We can just put it on there.
Oh, I couldn't be bothered to switch
No,
the plug
no.
on.
Okay.
And then I just said, would you mind just lowering it by 10 mil and then dropping it back on Thursday or so?
What way on our
48 hours.
whiteboard does it say new engine ? Next to your car?
I don't know. You probably just put new engine in the wrong section on the whiteboard.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
I think you need to reveal to the listeners and the viewers what we're getting onto here, because it's not quite straightforward, is it?
Also, actually, I just realised. So Tourings. Yeah, we're doing that. Which is my 330i, because we never actually just said what cars we're taking.
Yeah.
So my 330i supercharged, your M3 Touring, and Taylor's E39 now supercharged.
It is
Touring
now, yes. Mostly
supercharged.
But for how long? That's the question.
Yeah.
I was talking about the other day where I think because we put the wrong oil in my car, occasionally the oil pressure light came on. And also my car is old and tired. I'm under no illusion that engine probably will let go at some point.
Same.
And then Alex, funny enough, bearing in mind the track day, as we just stated, was over 2 weeks ago, went, oh yeah, while I was at the track day, my oil pressure light came on for a few seconds. And me and Taylor just went, sorry?
That's really bad.
What do you mean a few seconds? And then you went, yeah.
It was hot. I was hot.
Yeah, and then you looked like it wasn't that important what you just said. And then everyone started to go, oh crap. Oh crap.
And there's lots of panicking.
Yeah.
So anyway, James has come over. He's just going to do the ride height for me and drop the car back, hopefully with a new engine. I'm checking. Doesn't need a new engine. James has already messaged me a few little videos. All right, it's James here from Reedish. We're just having a little look at it. We've got the sump off and we're having a look at hit clearances and stuff like that. We're going to check it out in the morning.
So, is he Scottish?
He's Scottish.
Yeah, nice.
For people who don't know, and there is a video going to be coming out on Thursday? Yeah, the day after this podcast.
Yeah.
Which will explain a lot about the M3 Touring, because there is such a massive gap from our last video to now.
Oh, it's big, yeah.
Basically, there wasn't the original engine from the red one got rebuilt, but unfortunately it had a lot of issues, and we ended up last minute having to swap to a spare engine that Bruno had lying around.
Yes.
But it's completely unknown.
Yeah. So the spare engine, 100,000 miles, and that's had a light refresh. The previous engine had a full rebuild, but like Rory said, there were a few issues here and there.
Yeah. So we've now had the light refresh engine, but again, most of the engine is unknown.
Completely.
All that's been done is rod bearings and an oil pump.
Yep.
And that's about it, really.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Reedish are now doing their investigations to try and find out.
But James doesn't seem too worried. It's just preventative maintenance before going to the Nürburgring and seeing how fast it is on the Autobahn as well.
If I saw Aladdin's flask come up on my dashboard coloured in red, I would be really disconcerted.
Yeah. What would you wish for?
I would wish for no blowy uppies or knocking.
Okay. Yeah.
Knocking is not our friend.
No, it is not. So anyway, the car will be back. Barney will be back on Thursday, and then we've got a few little bits to do. So that's good. Bude. We went to Bude with Tom Lenthal.
We did, yeah. Do you know what? That was probably the most feel-good day I've had in a while. Doing some stuff that we've done.
So if you've not seen it, video on the V2 channel, Tom... when was it? Like a year and a half ago, lost one of his best friends, a lady called Emma, to a very aggressive form of cancer. And then he built his Jaguar XJC in her honor and then took that car to the auction. And then all of the profit went to the RNLI because she was a very keen diver. We also did fundraising, and together, with Drive Tribe and everyone else helping, we raised £56,000. And that money went to the RNLI, and they bought 3 jet skis, 2 quad bikes, and some other bits and bobs, life-saving equipment.
And some training, I think, as well.
And some training, yeah. And we filmed us going to Bude, which is where the RNLI is, in Tom's freshly rebuilt Jaguar E-Type. And the trip was amazing. The car was faultless. It's a fantastic vehicle. Tom was super emotional as well. Obviously hit him very hard. Obviously very, very bittersweet seeing his best friend's name emblazoned on a jet ski.
That was very cool.
Yeah, really emotional stuff.
And then speaking to the RNLI guys, like even before we'd even got there, apparently it'd been out saving lives and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think people know how much that equipment actually gets used, especially in the summer on those beaches. Apparently it is quite regular that people get into trouble.
Yeah.
So the fact that they've got this new equipment, it's you're saving a lot of people. So that all of that money has gone to something like that is actually saving
really important.
people.
Yeah,
really
lovely.
Yeah. So, Emma's name continues to do good work, which is really, really nice for not only Emma's family, but also Emma's friends, Tom included. So that was really, really cool.
That's lovely. Safe trip back?
Safe trip. For us, it was a safe trip back. And then a couple of days later, Tom was driving the E-Type to Switzerland because it's big kind of Jaguar Owners Club thing. And he made it into Belgium and then the engine seized.
Well, he thinks the engine seized.
Yeah, he's still unsure. But
But he's now doing the trip in his Project 8.
Which is really cool.
But it's funny because Taylor did just imply something there, and I think you've glazed over it.
Oh, shit.
Safe trip
Nice
back.
safe trip back. Oh, yeah. Oh, bloody hell. Okay.
There's so much to
sorry.
catch up
There
on.
is so much. Okay, on the way back, I was driving Blue Peter, our V8 swapped Disco 4. It is amazing. The power is fantastic, luxurious interior, blah, blah, blah. I was driving, had Jamie next to me. We were going uphill on a nice kind of country road. And then all of a sudden, the gearbox started like just hesitating. I was like, what's going on? I was like, I just got to clear something out. Put my foot down a little bit, and then it cleared it. And then 2 minutes later, oil light came up. No,
Oil?
sorry, no, it wasn't oil light. It was
Oh my God.
Not another one.
Man,
bloody
come
hell.
on, man.
No, you tell
I've got
me.
oil lights on the brain. It was the coolant light came on.
So-
red.
So did you look at the temperature in between that?
No, I never saw anything.
No,
I never saw anything.
You didn't see the temps go high?
No,
high.
not
So-
at all.
So the
not
first
at
thing
all.
you saw was
the
like
first thing I saw was I felt it kind of stutter. We were going uphill. I presumed the gearbox was having a really random shit fit.
Yeah.
Carried on driving, and then I saw a red light, and then I looked at the temp gauge, and it was at the very top. And I was on the walkie-talkie.
So how
straight
long
away.
do you think you were driving for? On
Oh, it was probably, I don't know, a couple of minutes or so. Couple of minutes, yeah. So anyway, pulled in to a driveway. Bearing in mind, this is like a 60-mile-an-hour road. Driveway on the right with a kind of building.
It was one of those country houses on the side of on the
So-
side of a main aid road.
Yeah, it wasn't the safest place to pull over, but the engine literally would have blown up. We popped the bonnet. There was steam coming from the engine bay. Tom looked at it and he was like, "Oh no, we are beep." And he said, "Yeah, we can't repair this." And then we were all on the phone, weren't we, trying to sort it out. Meantime, I look at it and I saw where the leak was coming from, and then I popped my hand down there, pulled the hose off, and then sure enough, the hose had split. And then between Tom and I, we managed to get the hose back on, and I nicked a Jubilee clip from the airbox, and then managed to get that on.
And then there was a moment where we were like, "Oh, we have to cut the hose," and we were like, "We haven't got a knife."
Yes.
And then suddenly, out of your bag, you were like, "Oh."
Yeah.
And
Our good mate, Matt
Yeah.
Pollard, who is no longer with us, his dad, Andy, gave me Matt's little, what's it?
Swiss Army knife, yeah.
Swiss Army knife. Tiny little thing that just goes on your key bunch. And there was a little knife in there. And I managed to cut the silicone hose or the rubber hose with that knife. Had it not been for that little pocket knife, we'd still be there.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, yeah. And-
Much to the dismay
Yes.
of the woman
Oh, the
Who-
woman.
who owned the house.
Yes.
Karen.
That we were parked in
Yeah,
front
proper
of.
Karen. Yeah. proper
Oh
Karen,
my
yeah.
God. I've never met someone like we were literally trying everything to get out this car out of
Yeah,
the
like,
way.
bonnet up,
Yeah.
hazards on.
Yeah.
You could tell we were struggling.
Yeah. And bear in mind, it was either we were on her drive or we were blocking the whole A road.
Yeah.
And we chose the drive.
Yes.
Yeah. And this woman was not happy about that. She was basically going, "Well, you need to get off." And we're like, where are we meant to go?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Then she came out, started taking pictures of us.
Which I didn't even see because I was on the engine trying to sort the hose.
Yeah.
I only found out after.
And bear in mind, as soon as we broke down and whatever, went to knock on the door, she wasn't there, and she arrived a bit later. And as soon as she arrived, Alex explained, went over and went, "Sorry about this. We broke down, blah, blah, blah. We're going to try and get straight away." Attitude.
Yeah,
just
she
like-
was on the defensive. She was
Yeah.
like, "What are you doing on my driveway? Blah, blah, blah." I can understand if you think that you're going to get robbed or we're scoping the house out, but there is literally steam pouring from underneath the bonnet. And I was very polite.
There's steam pouring underneath the bonnet, and you've got a £200,000 E-Type.
There is that as
sitting
well.
as
There
well
is
there
that
as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
And
I
she's-
think I
and
think
she's-
you can guess the character.
Yeah, and
from
she
that.
said to me, "You need to get off immediately." And I said, "I can't because the car is currently buggered. If I could borrow some pliers, then we will go within 5 minutes." She said, "I don't have any tools. You need to go." And then I said something else to her to apologize. And then she wound the window up and just carried on driving down her drive. I was like, that's just not what you need at the moment. You know, sometimes you just need a bit of help. And she didn't want to do that.
Hope that when she breaks down, she gets absolutely no help at all.
Okay, yeah, and we'll just keep driving.
Not that you're bitter about
No,
it.
not bitter at all.
No, but the main thing is we managed to get Blue Peter sorted, and he's still running, and we are waiting for the new coolant hoses to arrive.
Yeah, because one of the things, so MDRS have done the transfer over, But the problem is we're still transferred over an engine that was from an old Range Rover, which it has some old hoses and stuff like that. So we need to basically now go through the provisions that we went through with Big Pete, which is swapping over a lot of the stuff, which, it's just Land Rover life really, isn't it?
So I had a theory of I reckon Blue Peter will break down more than Big Pete.
Well, so far that is 100% correct. Blue Pete has broke down 3 times.
Yeah.
And Big Pete has...
He's never actually broken down. He's had issues, but never actually...
Yeah, that's because he's always been at Tom Lenthal's.
No, he's broke down once.
When the gearbox exploded.
Exploded. Yeah. But apart from that. And also, I was so annoyed because we were going to take Big Pete, but it did have a fault with it. And we thought, oh, you know what? We'll take Blue Pete because that was fully working. And Big Pete's mileage is on 199,900 miles.
Yes.
Really?
So it's 100 miles off. So on that trip, it would have ticked over to 200,000.
Wow. But looking at Big Pete and Blue Peter, Big Pete is looking so bad and so baggy, and the trim pieces are coming off, and the interior.
Yeah.
Even I look at it now and I'm like, this is really rough. And it's looking its age.
But it's all right.
Yeah, go on.
It's getting fixed.
What is?
Big Pete.
Yeah, of course he's getting fixed. Yeah.
He needs a good bit of loving.
He's getting fixed for 2 reasons. Because on the team track day, Tom got really drunk and said that he was going to be faster than Alex. Turns out he wasn't. And he bet that he'd fix the whole steering rack and do a full major service on Big Pete for free if he was slower.
Yes.
FYI, got drunk at the hotel in the evening, not at the track day.
No, because that would be
It's a private track day. You do what you want. And finally, a little update from me. Electric cars are shit.
Can't say that.
I can. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
So on the weekend, it was Rianne's birthday, beginning of July. Happy birthday again to my wife. And I went to pick up Rianne's sister, Charlotte, from the station. I pull up on the road where I was going to meet Charlotte, and along floats a Corsa E. And then he gets to the bottom of the junction, which is a very busy junction. Hazard lights go on. He gets out of the car. He waves his hands around to say to other road users, car's buggered, it's broken. And I'm like, oh, God, got my suit of armor on, because I'm a hero. Got out, walked up to him, and I'm like, all right, do you need a hand? And he was like, oh, just the man to help me. And I was like, oh, bloody hell, here we go. And I said, what's happening? He was like, I've run out of electricity. I was like, oh, you pillock. And I said, knock it into neutral, and I will push you down the road, and I will push you up the other road parallel, which is probably a distance of 50 meters because there is an electric charging point there. I know there is. So he knocks it into neutral. I'm like, get in the car. I'm on the phone to Tom Lenthal as well because he's video called me.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, Tom, just pushing this car. How's it going? And I'm pushing, and I'm like, release the handbrake. He was like, it is. I was like, put it in neutral then. It is. And I'm like, this car is not going anywhere. And I was pushing with all my might. Even my hernia was helping out. And it was the heaviest thing in the world. And I managed to get it like 5 meters and then completely blocked the road. And there was a van there trying to get round. And I was like, who's feeling strong? And then 3 guys got out and they started pushing. And the car would not go any faster than with one person pushing. And we were all completely knackered. We managed to push it about 20 meters, completely blocking the road, buses going mental, two lanes of traffic completely blocked. And then we were going to push it up the road to the charger. And I was like, oh, why don't you just jump in the car, switch it off, switch it back on, see if there's like any charge. Because it was a very hot day. Maybe its battery's cooled down and everything like that. So he does that, and then the car stops. And I'm like, knock it into neutral. We'll just keep going. And he's like, I can't. It's now in park. So me telling him to switch off and switch on, then reset the car, and meant that it was stuck in park. And that's where it would stay for about 5 hours.
Oh.
Yes. I know it was there for 5 hours because 5 hours later, Rianne took her sister back to the station and she said it was still there.
That's
what,
not
blocking
right.
2 lanes of traffic?
Yeah. But
so were you like that?
I put a road closed sign in front of it.
Oh my God. Were you there with the radio announcements going, traffic building up in Ealing due to blocked road?
Yeah, but I felt really bad. And I was like, oh, God, electric cars are shit. One, because you can't push them. And 2, because
you know what?
If they are so knackered, you can't get them into neutral.
I will say that is not just an electric car thing, though.
What?
It is
That
also
is-
an F11 thing.
It is a modern car thing.
Yeah. But you can still. I know. I was just expecting it to
Yeah,
turn to neutral.
I know what you mean. A lot of times with electric cars, so you've got the screen in the middle. You go into the settings. I know you can do this on Teslas.
Yeah.
You can put it in transport mode, and it allows you to tow it or winch it or push it or whatever. I don't know if that had it. I think one of the worst designs of any cars is not being able to put it in neutral, because you could be stuck in a really dangerous place and just need to push it a meter.
As we found out with my F11. Yeah, on the side of the motorway.
It's
I just
it's
don't get
dangerous.
why you would stop it from doing that. Like, what is the like? Where in the engineer's head would they like? Nah, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Why would you need to do that?
And why with an electric car like the Corsa can you not decouple the electric motor from the wheel so you can actually just push it? If neutral should be neutral, right? But it's not.
It's a bit silly, really. I don't really understand how it works, but it should be a thing that you should be able to push a car.
Yeah. Anyway, to the driver of the Corsa E, it was a zip car as well. I'm sorry. My advice was terrible. I was only trying to help.
Oh, it was a zip car.
It was a zip car, yeah.
Well, he could have just left it there and gone. eh.
He did. He had no choice.
That is quite funny.
So yeah. Oh God, that's an update and a half, isn't it?
Yeah,
We've been busy.
we're very busy.
And it's hot as well, man.
It is
so hot.
and it's going to get warmer.
Oh, I've got my pool out on my decking.
Nice.
Yeah.
TDC got so hot because their unit has windows.
Yeah.
They bought an aircon machine the other day.
It doesn't work.
It seems to be doing the reverse of aircon.
Well, it's just because their windows are so like the
hot.
amount of heat coming through there is ridiculous.
Yeah. What have we got in here? What have we got in here? Chris, what have we... Hold on. It says, what have we got in hurry?
This is a special box, and it says, "What have we got in here?" All over
No,
the
it says
outside.
hurry.
Hurry.
Yeah.
And then we open it up,
Woo!
and it says, "What have we got in here?"
Yeah,
And
stickers.
some tissue paper holding
Yeah,
it together.
that's
Do you want
nice.
to rip
Oh,
that
yeah.
open?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the experience.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is our new mystery box.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, they're not launched yet. But
Okay.
They will very soon. It'll be at least 2 t-shirts, maybe a
Fantastic.
hoodie,
Yeah.
and it'll be a lucky dip.
Oh.
So might be something brand new.
Yeah.
It might be something from the back catalogue, which you can't get anymore because
Yeah.
some of those things people are really after.
Yeah.
And it'll be key rings and stickers, all as a bundle price, so it'll be much cheaper.
Oh, fantastic. And none of this would be possible without our fantastic sponsor, Shopify, the all-in-one commerce platform to start, run, and grow your business. Shopify is the commerce platform revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide. And whether it's stickers, t-shirts, or even what have we got in hurry boxes, Shopify simplifies selling in person and online. And what's more, it covers all of your sales channels. Shopify even gets you selling across all of your social media marketplaces, including TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. But not only that, because Shopify is also full of industry-leading tools to supercharge your growth, giving you complete control over your business without having to learn new skills like design or coding, as well as supporting you every step of the way with their award-winning help and extensive course business library. But don't take my word for it, because Chris, we have been using Shopify for many, many years for many, many brands and many shops. Tell me about it. Why is Shopify so good, and why has it helped grow the businesses?
So we talked about lots of different things, but one thing that's really helpful is how well it deals with stock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? If someone's ordered something, it puts it aside.
Yeah.
So you don't get 2 orders. Pretty standard. If you want to change prices, like we've dropped the price of all t-shirts by £5.
Woo!
It's really quick.
Yeah.
It's really easy. And you can see what's been ordered, what hasn't, what's doing really well. There's analytics as well, so you can see what's doing well. Auto Alex 2025 embroidered t-shirts.
Oh,
Yeah, so I know. Dog
Yeah.
beds.
Oh, dog beds. Yeah, we're going to have dog beds soon, apparently. So then you definitely recommend Shopify.
Yes. I use it every day. It's awesome.
So then, if it's time for you to get serious about selling, then get Shopify today. You can sign up for a £1 per month trial period at shopify.co.uk/AutoAlex. That is shopify.co.uk/.
Auto Alex.
This is possibility.
Powered by Shopify.
Nice. Back to it.
I think that's all we've been up to. I think we'll move on to something else. Otherwise, we'll be here for days if we.
Have you not got any updates? What about channel updates for you, Tay?
I've got updates.
Go on.
Oh God! All right, I'm sorry. I tried.
No, we wanna know.
I tried, guys.
We
I
wanna know
tried.
what's
I
going
tried.
on.
Rory just wants to go home. That's all it is.
Well, Rory's update's going to be lawnmower, blah, blah, blah. No one. How was
Yeah.
the lawnmower? Is it good? Is it good? Okay, fantastic. Taylor, what have you been up to?
So I also went on the track day.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed taking my M5 around the track. It
Did
was good.
you?
Yeah, I spent
Really?
days preparing it. I
You
did all the
did,
brakes on it.
yeah,
I put
yeah.
EBC brakes on it.
It's weird because it didn't
I,
even make it onto the list of fast cars.
I did, a few other bits. I put new under trays on it. I serviced it.
Oh, did you put silencers on the exhaust?
I put I put, I
should
cleaned it
should you have done
and-
that?
Yeah, I should have done.
Okay, why is that?
I got banned.
You did get banned immediately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too noisy.
Yeah,
You
so
didn't
I
even get to
failed
enjoy it.
the noise test by 3 decibels,
Yep.
which I don't think is a lot. It doesn't sound like a lot.
Well, did you actually fail it by 3 decibels?
I think it was a lot more than that.
It would have been a lot more than that, but
But Taylor's maths calculations
Yes.
weren't quite adding up on
Yes.
on how much he should rev it to.
yeah. So anyway, I failed the noise test, got banned.
Yeah.
Is what it is. But had a great day taking all the other cars, the Clio and the TT and stuff. It
Yeah.
was good fun. Did that. That was great. My channel I haven't posted much on recently because I've had a bit of trouble with editing and stuff, as you guys are aware.
Yeah.
But I've got some content on the 540i coming out
Oh, fantastic.
hopefully this week,
Yeah.
actually, which will reveal that, as you said, I've supercharged it,
Supercharged.
which is very cool. It's something I've
oh, sorry.
always wanted
Spoiler
to do.
alert. It's supercharged.
It is supercharged. I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I actually think that when it's done, it
Mm.
will probably be faster than my M5.
Really?
At the moment, yeah, because my M5 is a bit down on power.
So-
I genuinely think it's going to be fast.
Because it's going from what, 270-ish?
It's going from 287
Okay.
horsepower
Yeah.
to apparently, according to online, 410 to
Wow.
415 horsepower. Which
How much
is a
does that
lot.
car weigh?
That is a lot.
1.6?
It weighs quite a lot. It's probably about 1.6, 1.7.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I've also put, loads of other things like upgraded brakes on it and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I'm really, really hoping it all goes well tomorrow and it doesn't blow up. And
Yeah.
I'm really excited to drive it because I absolutely love that car.
Yeah. So while
genuinely
you
love
guys are watching and listening with your eye holes and ear holes, I am on track. Chris is also on track screaming, and Taylor is
Sweating in a dyno.
sweating and screaming in a dyno,
Yes.
either because his engine is very good or it's just blown up.
It's knocking, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it's not the latter.
No.
But yeah, so very excited about that. Been driving about in my BMW E61, which I did on the V2 channel recently. My
Yep.
530D manual touring.
Very
daily.
cool car, yeah.
Which I was very, very tempted
To sell?
to replace
Oh,
as
what?
of yesterday or this morning
Oh, yeah.
when I spoke to Rory and he talked me out of it. Because I got
He was
offered
being
a
an idiot
car
again.
You got offered a car, yeah.
that doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
really, because it's not actually that good, but was very close to my heart, which is Brick.
Oh, Brick, the X5,
My
E53
BMW
X5.
X5, which is in a little bit of a sorry state at the moment. It's with its current owner. It needs a new owner. The guy wants to sell it, and he offered it back to me. And
So put this in mind. All right, all the money that he spent on his E61, the fact that he's put the nice wheels on, he spent all that time getting it, so it's lovely, lovely. And even then, Taylor got it cheap in the first place.
Yeah.
And Brick is haggard.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not haggard.
And he was going to straight swap them.
Were you? The difference is, right, Taylor and I are very sentimental.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
overly sentimental.
too sentimental,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would also probably have done that because it's another project and it's like you said, a car very close to your heart.
It
It
is.
built your business.
Yeah, it did. It did. And realistically, the E61 is a better car. There's
Yeah.
no doubt
Oh,
about that.
100%,
It's
yeah.
nicer to drive. It's more comfortable. It'll probably be
It's better in every
fuel.
single way.
Yeah. But
But it's not Brick.
I do love Brick.
Yeah.
And
So is the deal still on the table? Because has it not sold
It's-
on eBay?
It sold on eBay. The guys messed him around.
Really?
The deal is open.
So the deal is open.
You do realise as of tomorrow,
Oh.
this podcast is coming out, so people will now know that they can purchase Brick from
No,
us.
Yeah, but
Brick's
no one's
not
going to
for sale.
want. No one's going to want to buy Brick. Brick is shit.
Yeah.
Don't buy Brick. The brake-
I would.
Taylor spent thousands trying to fix the brakes on it.
I'll tell
and
you what.
They are still not fixed.
Should we flip a coin right now to decide if you swap that car?
Oh my goodness.
It's fate. You believe in
Don't-
fate. I believe in fate.
Don't you dare.
You'll have to
Swearing.
edit that. We'll have to gloss that.
We both believe in fate, don't we?
We do believe in
Yeah.
fate. Yeah. We've all
So if I get a coin, can we flip it? And will you agree to live by the coin? I'm getting a coin. Right. Talk amongst yourselves.
You're an idiot.
look.
You're an idiot.
You know what it's like with peer pressure. You give into it as well.
I do not. No.
Yeah.
No.
I'll
No.
give over. You're the worst for peer pressure.
What are you on about? I did look. I wanted a 6-speed gearbox to put in my 330i, and I wanted to spend $1,000 this month. I definitely didn't.
You are the worst
didn't
for peer pressure.
Just need to put a clutch in my normal
See,
one, and it would have been fine.
You know what it's like, so don't even go there.
Look, man.
Look,
Look.
Brick.
All I'm saying is, I think you should flip a coin on whether to buy Brick. I don't think you should swap the E61 for it.
Okay. All right. Maybe you're right.
Because the
Then I'd have-
E61 is still a working car. Because if you swap your daily driver,
I know, because I do have another daily.
what's that?
My Touareg.
How's that going
It's
for
a
you?
good car. It just needs the aircon fixing.
And we're about to go into
The winter.
summer.
We're in summer.
I know, but we're literally in the start of the summer. Like,
No, yeah.
yeah.
I know, but I can
It's
fix
going
the
30
aircon.
degrees
I
at the
could-
end of this
I could
week,
Fix
yeah.
the aircon.
Engine out.
If the car needs an aircon pump, I think I need to take the engine out.
Yeah, okay. So,
Look, right, but that's by the by. I don't think it needs an aircon pump, and if it does, then just. How did you go through that door and come back through that door? How is that a thing? Have you found a coin?
It's so difficult to find coins these
It's
days.
just everyone pays by contactless.
Exactly. Right. So
What have you got? A pound?
got a pound.
Is that all
yeah.
I'm worth?
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean,
Brilliant.
this is rich for you.
all right. All right.
So if it
So-
lands, what's you
Heads.
like heads? Heads you swap, tails you stick.
all right. Or heads you buy and tails you stick.
Oh.
Well, either way, he's
Rory
Gonna
thinks that I
the
shouldn't
car.
straight swap. He thinks I should sell the
The
E61.
E61 is still worth way more than brick.
it's maybe worth more, but he hasn't spent more on it. Have you spent more than £2,000 on that car in total?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
I would say including sponsor bits and all this stuff, yes.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Okay.
So I'm saying
You know-
that car is worth more selling.
Yeah, but
Then-
a bet's a bet, isn't it?
No,
I'll tell you what.
That'd be fun.
I'll tell you what. Heads, I'll get brick.
Yeah.
Whether it's swap or buy.
yeah.
And tails, I won't.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Heads you get brick, tails you don't, and you move on. You just move on.
Would I be able to move on?
Yes, you would. Well, you'd have to because you've got to
You're
live
living by
the-
fate.
Okay. Heads you get brick, tails you don't. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Is this going on the floor or what?
No, on my hand.
Okay. It's in Alex's hand. He's flipped it. Here we go. Taylor's.
It's tails.
It's tails.
Is it?
Forget brick.
Forget brick.
Forget brick.
And move on.
And move on.
It's fate.
It's a sign. It's a sign.
Oh.
I've got an idea for a new video series. I need a new car.
No, you do not.
I do.
No, you do not.
Yeah, no, move on.
Also,
Yeah.
speaking of cars that I used to own that I've been offered that I wanted to buy back,
Now, this one is a genius decision.
Oh.
this one is good. I've
Believe in
agreed
it.
to buy a car that I used to own. And I've actually agreed to buy it, this one. And I'm going to go and collect it when we get back from Germany.
Okay.
And it's a car that I bought for a laugh because
Yeah.
I thought it'd be a bit funny, and it was rubbish.
Does it have 3 wheels?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I absolutely fell in love with it.
Hmm.
And it's every time I drove it, it's so rubbish, but it put a
Was it
smile on my
reliable?
face. No.
Was it British?
Yes.
What was it?
It was my Austin Allegro.
Oh, the Allegro's
My
coming back.
Austin Allegro.
Oh,
So I've
God.
agreed to buy it back. And yeah, I'm going to I want to modify it a bit.
All right.
I want to spice it.
Spice it
I
right
want
up.
it to do wheel spinning. up
Really?
The road. Yeah, I
Okay.
want to up the zhuzh of my
Okay.
Allegro.
Just put a massive turbo on it and see what happens.
I
Send
want
it
it-
to the
That's
moon.
what I
That's
said.
what Rory said. I want it to be an Allegro.
Oh, very
Oh.
good.
Yeah. So I've agreed to buy that back, which I'm genuinely really excited about because
Yeah.
it's funny, that car. What else have I been up to?
You've been spending time with a man.
Shmee.
I have.
Hi, Shmee,
You've
I'm
been
guys.
cheating
Hi,
on us.
Shmee, I'm guys. I have been cheating on you technically. I spent a week
Yeah.
with Tim
Yeah.
Shmee at his
This is,
museum.
What's he like?
Genuinely.
Was he
The
really
complete opposite of you, apparently.
During,
complete opposite of me?
Yeah.
So
Was he a bastard?
No, he was. What would you organised
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
and
tidy,
tidy
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, yeah.
and
yeah.
very precise with everything.
yeah,
very
yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
Very and handsome.
Oh,
Handsome. Would you describe him as handsome? Sexy.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
think Shmee's sexy? Tim Burton is
Yeah,
sexy
yeah.
in your eyes?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. All right.
and Tim he's got bigger arms and more muscly as well.
Don't you dare.
Well, anyway, I spent a week at Tim's.
Yep.
And we as a team built a Renault Clio, which is really
Fantastic.
cool. So it was Tim's.
But he's already got a Renault Clio.
Well, it was Tim's first car, his 1.2 Clio.
Yeah.
Looked completely stock, silver, Clio 1.2. You know, it's a first car.
Yeah.
And we did a full 182 conversion on it
Wow.
with Bilstein coilovers, but left it looking completely stock. So we raised the coilovers up so it's standard ride height.
Amazing. Okay.
And we put a 182, modified 182 engine and gearbox and everything in it, all the running gear.
Yeah.
But it looks...
And it bolts straight in?
Sort of, yeah. We've had to modify a few things.
Okay.
What
about the exhaust?
Custom exhaust. It went to Rich's Fabrication.
Does it sound quiet though?
No.
Does it look original?
No, it just looks like it's got a back box on it.
Okay, all right.
But it's really cool.
Oh,
and
they should have kept it as a little like pea shooter thing.
I did
coming
say
out
that,
the back.
but
You know what we should do with that car? We should invite Shmee along to Food and Fuel at Shelsley Walsh and see if he wants to run it up the hill.
so I did ask him about that, but I think he's on the gumball.
Busy. Yeah, he's busy.
He's on the gumball.
Yeah, fair.
So yeah, anyway, did that. Genuinely really good fun.
Oh,
it was
amazing.
hard work,
Yeah.
and it was. We did it in the 32-degree heat. It's
Bloody
so
hell.
hot, but it was really, really good fun. And I did it with a guy called Dan. Really nice bloke. It was just really, really good
Happy
fun.
days. You've been
overall.
very busy.
So yeah, did
Good.
that, and I can't think of anything else because I would have done other stuff, but I've got a really shit memory and I haven't written it down.
Same. Okay.
But I might think of more stuff.
Shall we move on?
Yes.
Okay. I've got a new game that I want to play.
All right.
I've been on Fatchenbook
That means
Marketplace.
Facebook.
It does mean Facebook.
It's the German Facebook.
It is, yes. And we're going to play a new game. I want you guys to get involved as well at home or in the car or on the toilet or whatever you may be doing. The game is What Car Am I? And I'm going to read you out some parts of the description of the car and I want you to guess what car it is.
Okay.
So there are 10 clues and I want you to guess what car it is.
How many guesses do we get?
Well, it's up to 10, isn't it?
Oh,
10.
okay.
If you don't get it by the end, then we're cancelling the podcast forever.
Okay. Right.
Okay. What car am I? The first clue
Yeah.
is the year, the model year,
Okay.
1997. What car am I? What car am I on Facebook Marketplace? I'm 1997.
1997. What would I'm gonna go with?
What would that be?
Do we
R,
both
H,
guess?
S? Yeah.
we-
both.
we-
Is that an S reg or something like that? Maybe. Yeah. RS. No. Oh yeah.
A VW Golf.
VW Golf. Interesting. Why have you gone German? May I ask?
Just because you always picked something German.
Really?
Yeah.
A Mitsubishi FTO.
Mitsubishi FTO. Okay. The next clue. I'm a manual. Pretty much rules out the FTO straight away because most of those are automatics.
Not all of them, though.
Not all of them, but most of them are automatics. But it could be a manual FTO. Could be.
Porsche 996.
Okay. Interesting. Again, a German car.
Yes.
Why?
Because you're German.
Mazda MX-5.
You guys at home, what car am I? Very good. Okay. Well, they've guessed it already in 2 guesses.
Oh, damn it.
You guys are idiots. All right. Clue number 3.
I take it we're wrong at the moment.
Clue.
With our
well,
guesses.
yeah. Otherwise
Okay.
I'll tell you. Clue number 3. The Milliage. 165,000 miles.
Not an MX-5 thing, because it wouldn't make it that far.
What car am I? 165,000 miles. I'm a manual. 1997.
BMW E46.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'd be an E36 on that year. Or...
Oh, sorry, E36.
Why have you not stuck with a Golf?
Because you said it wasn't a Golf.
Oh yeah, I did say that. Yeah. Sorry.
God, this is your own game, man.
I know. Yeah. This is the beta version.
Okay.
Yeah. What car am I?
It's, Land Rover Discovery.
Land Rover Discovery. I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
It's none of those cars. The next clue, clue number 4. My price is 1,600 British pounds.
I am going to say... Oh, okay. Volvo. What would you have got in a 1997 Volvo, like the S? Would you have got like
S60? Can
would
you
you
get
have got an
S60?
S60 in?
S70, you can get the S70.
850.
Oh yeah, the brick one. What's the brick one? The
850.
850. Yeah,
Okay.
850.
Okay, interesting.
BMW E34.
BMW E34. Very late one.
What year is it, sorry?
97.
Oh, yeah.
Were they made? No, was that not
Oh,
96?
yeah. BMW E39.
E39, okay. Looks like I'm going to have to carry on, doesn't it?
Well, you're not really giving much away so far.
I am. I mean, you're still guessing. The next clue of said vehicle, I am a petrol vehicle.
Again,
Brilliant.
all right.
Great.
Volvo S60.
Okay, it's not that.
Mercedes 190.
97.
Sure.
Next clue. The seller says, pull strong, sounds lovely.
See, now that to
Jaguar.
me is the sort of thing that a bloke would say selling something like, it's got an old fold, isn't it?
Would
You
that-
pull
would-
strong, yeah.
Would that be an S type? Yeah, I think an S type.
An S type,
Yeah,
okay.
Jaguar S type.
So what, V6?
Yeah,
this time?
yeah,
Okay.
the 3 litre V6 S
Oh,
type.
interesting. Okay.
They do those as manuals.
They
as well.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
good
okay.
one. Yeah, we like that.
Yeah, what's yours then? Some sort of Ford?
Mine is a Ford Escort.
Ford Escort. Okay. I don't think anyone said Paul Strong sounds lovely to a Ford Escort,
Yeah.
unless it's a Cosworth.
No, you get a little,
Right,
you get a little
okay.
1.3 1300 overhead valve.
It's not that one. Next clue, blue cloth interior.
Ooh.
Blue cloth. Now,
Now
what
that
companies
to
did
me
blue
says
cloth?
something very Japanese.
Does it? Okay.
Is it a Subaru?
Mm.
Like they did like the legacies, but like base spec ones, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
what, like
like-
a 2 litre?
yeah,
Legacy
like
or so?
yeah.
Would someone say sounds lovely to one of those cars?
Someone with no taste, yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so we're going for a legacy, Taylor.
Mitsubishi Galant.
Mitsubishi Galant. Wow. I'm going to keep going because it's not that. 6 cylinders. Oof. Ooh. Oh.
An Audi, like A4 of that era. Did you get it?
Audi 80, I think.
97.
Or did you get the A4?
Or is it a 100? I don't know. Audi's so boring.
Because
that
Audi did
generation.
blue seats, though. They did do blue seats.
They did do blue chairs, yeah. Blue cloth chairs.
Audi.
What? You can't just say Audi.
I'm saying Audi.
Okay.
This is the
Is
way
that-
you said it, Audi.
So what? Audi 80, Audi 100.
Audi 100.
Okay. Taylor.
Mitsubishi Shogun.
Mitsubishi Shogun.
Yep.
Really?
2.8 V6 manual.
Oh,
Blue
okay.
cloth chairs.
Okay. It's not that.
Okay.
But it is a 2.8 litre.
Hmm.
Oh,
Interesting.
wow. 97, manual, 165,000 miles, 1,600 nicker, petrol. Paul Strong sounds lovely. Blue cloth interior, 6 cylinders, 2.8 litres. What am I?
E38 7 Series.
728, all right.
Okay.
With blue cloth chairs. Rare.
Yeah.
Oh, very
it
rare.
might, it might,
manual as well. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
wow.
very, very
Wow,
rare.
Rory.
look, it might exist.
Wow,
It might
Rory.
exist.
Might exist, yeah.
That's rare.
Taylor, what are you
That
going
is
for?
rare. I'm going to say, this is quite an impossible game that you're
It is,
asking us.
yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is quite tough.
Yeah, no,
actually,
it's,
as
it's supposed to be, yeah. Would you like one more clue?
Sure.
One more clue is 4-wheel drive.
Mm.
Oh, 2.8 litre, 6 cylinders, 4-wheel drive.
I think it's an Audi.
Well, then, keep going.
I don't know Audis of that generation.
Audi
Taylor?
80 or Audi 100? I
Audi
think.
80.
I think Audi 80s and 100s are pre-97.
I don't think they are.
I think they are. I think they're like 95 max. So what
Okay.
came after those cars?
Wasn't it the first A6s and all that stuff?
A4.
A4.
Okay.
I'm going with like a Quattro.
No, because he's doing that smiley thing that he
It's-
does to
yeah,
make you
it's-
think that you've got it right, but you actually haven't got it right.
Would you like me to reveal the car?
Go on
hang
then.
I haven't
Well,
guessed yet.
this
I'm
is, I
gonna-
mean,
Oh,
this is the
mine's
10
an A4.
questions.
I'm going
Okay,
to
yours is an
say,
A4.
mhm. I've just got something Japanese in my brain.
Yep.
I'm going to say it's a Mitsubishi GTO.
Mitsubishi GTO. Rory, I'm going to pull up the listing. Would you like to read it out for the good people? It is, of course.
Wow.
An Audi A4 2.8 Quattro. Get in there, Mr.
Oh,
That's actually really
See,
nice.
can I just say,
Yeah.
you guys told me it was an 8100 when I guessed A4 and A6 like about 3 or 4 rounds ago.
no,
But did you say it?
you didn't say it.
I said an Audi, and then someone
Doesn't
said
count.
they don't have them of that at that area.
No. Play the tape. No one said that.
Do you
No
know
one said
what?
that. Great car.
That's actually really nice.
Yeah.
And it makes me really miss my S4 that I had.
Yeah.
Do you remember my
I do,
S4
yeah.
V6?
The fastest car in the world.
It
Sounded
was
like
the
a GTR.
fastest car in the world.
I knew you'd pick something German.
Yeah, I know, you're right. Yeah. Let us know in the comments if you actually enjoyed that or if it's a bit too slow. I thought it was quite fun.
Were you on the edge of your seat?
I was literally on the edge of my seat, nearly fell off. Yes.
I enjoyed Rory's brain fart.
I know, yeah.
That was a
Lots
good
of brain
moment.
farts,
Yeah,
yes. Right, let us now move it on to keep or quit. Are we ready for a keep or
Brick.
quit?
Yeah.
Quit. The coin said so.
You weren't saying that 5 minutes ago.
No, I wasn't. No, but then the coin decided. The Queen's head is not,
It's very sad.
yes, on your side this time, I'm afraid. So to the seller of the E53, just scrap it.
No, don't
Get-
do that. That's a really poor idea.
Anyway, keep it quick. Sent in by a man with the most fantastic first name I've ever heard. Diggory.
That's a nice name.
Cedric Diggory.
No, it's just Diggory is his first name. Diggory Rush.
Diggory
What a cool
Rush.
name. It's like a movie star name, isn't it? He must be related to Hamilton. Hamilton!
And next up on screen, Diggity Rush.
Not Diggity.
No.
Diggory.
Diggory Rush.
Yeah. Diggory Rush and Belle Bonnie Blue go hand in hand.
Sorry?
Isn't she a movie star?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She's in films of some sorts.
She is. Diggory Rush says, "Hi, Alex and team. Love your podcast. I'm wondering if you can help me with my automotive dilemma. I've currently got 6 motor bicyclettes, which I'm obsessed with, and my daily BMW Z4 2.5i. In the last year, I've put 30,000 miles on the Z4 commuting to work in southeast London, but I've hit a wall. The Z4 was always a dream car since I saw it on Top Gear, but in my ownership, I've swapped the engine, done more work than I care to remember, and it also can't get over the speed bumps into my work car park without a little scrape. My daily commute is also currently 120 miles. I also regularly race some of my bikes and currently have to rent a van 8 to 10 times a year for a long weekend. I've got loads of cars I'd really like to own, but would be more economical and practical than my 5-speed Z4, but nothing that is ULEZ compliant. Ideally, I want to find a car, pickup, or van I can put a motorcycle carrier on the back of, but this is getting crazy expensive when you consider it also needs to be ULEZ compliant. Any suggestions on what to get would be greatly appreciated. Ideally, I don't want to tow a trailer as I filled my garage with motorcycles. So my question is this: should I sell the Z4 and get one car that does it all, if such a thing exists, for £7,000 budget? Many regards, Diggs. So yeah, should he sell the Z4 and get a one-size-fits-all vehicle?
Yes.
Or keep the Z4 and keep on getting the vans and stuff like that?
He should keep the Z4 and sell all the bikes.
No, that's not an option. He likes biking.
Sell all the bikes and sell the Z4.
Okay, that's not on the cards, I'm afraid. Sell everything.
You just sell all of it.
Yeah, just move country.
I would, in that position,
Yes.
sell the Z4,
Agreed.
and I would buy a vehicle
Yes.
that is economical and
Yes.
has a little tow bar on it that,
Yes.
that detaches
A Suzuki Carry.
and that is ULEZ compliant.
Oh,
Imagine fitting imagine putting a little bike in the back of a Suzuki Carry.
I can't
you're saying he
imagine-
should buy me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Buy a me.
You know what? Actually, yeah. Buy a Suzuki Carry.
No, terrible advice.
It's great advice.
No, it's not.
I can't imagine that dailying a Suzuki Carry, especially in the winter, would be particularly pleasurable.
Yeah.
Nah,
But you could fit a motorbike in the back of a Suzuki Carry.
You could.
A Discovery free.
No.
ULEZ compliant, Rory.
Okay.
I would try and find the cheapest Golf GTD I could find, because did you know all Golf GTDs are ULEZ compliant?
I did not know that. All of them?
Yep.
Even old ones?
No, well, they're Mark 7s.
Okay, so not Mark 4.
No.
Can you get a GTD Mark 7 for £7,000?
I think you should be able to get one for about
Could you get
£7,000,
an
yeah.
estate?
I don't know about an estate.
Okay.
But
and
yeah.
what, put a tow bar on it?
Yeah, just have a little detachable tow bar.
But he did say that he didn't want to have a trailer, which I disagree with.
You could always borrow a trailer if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
Yeah, I disagree. Buy yourself a one-bike trailer and then just put it upright against a wall in your front garden or in your back garden. It doesn't take up
Yeah.
a lot of space.
But yeah, Golf GTD or GTI, whatever
Yeah.
you prefer. The GTD is better on
All
fuel.
right. What if he's in a flat?
He's got his garage full of motorbikes.
Oh, he'll have to reverse the motorbike trailer up the stairs.
Up the stairs, yeah. So a GTD Mark 7 with a tow bar.
Yeah, I'd buy
I
a
think it's a
Mark
great
7
shout.
Golf GTD.
Okay.
I'm going to actually, while you're discussing, I'm going to Google if I can get one. For
Do you know what?
£7,000.
You know what he should buy?
What?
He should buy a 2.8 Audi A6,
1,600 quid.
1,600 quid.
It's an A4.
Was it
A4,
Sorry,
yeah,
A4. A4.
That is very good value though, that
Yeah.
A4, isn't
Stick
it?
a tow bar
Won't
on
be
it.
ULEZ
Yeah.
compliant.
Oh, it won't, will it? Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
What about buying a petrol Berlingo? And then you can take the seats out of it and then put a motorbike in it when you need it. Or a Galaxy.
No, that would.
You can do that. You can fit one of those. I've seen it done at a track day. It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life.
So,
Yeah.
this is a Golf GTD
Yeah.
with a panoramic roof on a 66 reg.
Yeah.
Looks really nice, that car. It's done 140k.
Okay.
That's a little bit high.
Yeah.
It's actually got full leather.
Oh,
Sorry,
it's got
not
leather.
got tartan.
Okay.
What about just getting a caddy?
Well, yeah, but it's just a van.
It
Isn't
is a
it?
van.
Also-
It's a van car.
ULEZ compliant caddies are really expensive.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about.
It's the ULEZ is such a pain. Such a pain. That is what I would buy.
I think that's a great shout.
Yeah, and they're good to drive. Great chassis.
Yeah.
They handle really well. The interiors are lovely. If you up your budget a bit, you can get them up 7.5, which has the virtual dash and the slightly nicer steering wheel. They're fabulous. You can get Apple CarPlay on them, heated seats, pan roof, all the bells and whistles. It's a Golf.
Yep.
They're good cars.
Yep.
They're pretty reliable. They're very economical.
What, and then have the motorbike trailer?
Yeah, and just have a little detachable tow
So
bar.
get one of those for like $6,500, and then pay to get a tow bar.
Yeah.
And then pay to get a little trailer. You can get trailers for like £100, £200 on Facebook Marketplace, as I know because I did it. And then just sit it upright on its arse against a wall somewhere.
Or reverse
and then
it up
use
the
it when you need
stairs.
it. Or reverse it up the stairs, indeed. But yeah, I enjoy trailering motorbikes. It's fun. I've got the trailer with 2 motorbikes on my car now, and I'm excited to go home.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Out of all trailering I've ever done, towing motorbikes is my most hated.
Really?
Because they always come loose.
Yeah, because they do have a tendency to fall off.
Every time, apart from when we picked your motorbike up, Rory, they've come loose and they go lopsided and I go, oh, it's going to fall off.
It does take quite a lot of practice to learn how not to.
I thought you meant for a second then when we picked up my motorbike and I was like, it was in the back of a Range Rover.
No.
It's never going to come out there.
And
No,
it was
the other
sideways
time.
and it was pissing out fuel and oil.
It was,
wasn't
yeah.
Yes, it was, yeah.
So anyway, to Diggory Rush, hopefully that answers the question. Hopefully it helps you out. Keep or quit. Get rid of the Z4. Let us know in the comments below if you agree. If you'd like to write into us, we would love to read your emails at
podcast@autoalexcars.com.
You've not lost it, have
No,
you, Rory?
no,
not
still
lost
there.
it. Still there. Still
was
got
good.
it, ladies and gents. From us, we're going to call it there. Thank you very much for being patient with us. Apologies again. We've been like super busy, and we are very much looking forward to hopefully, touch wood, going to the Nürburgring on Sunday with our tourings.
And if we don't, you know it's all gone tits up.
Yes. Thank you very much for listening with your ear holes and eye holes. We will see you. I'm not going to say next week. I'll say next time.
I will say, all right, here we go.
Here we go.
Podcast. So we're definitely trying to focus again back on making very good quality videos. And we have found that trying to do the podcast, to do the V2 and do the main channel all in one.
And now that I do my stuff a bit more as well.
And
it's
Taylor
quite
does
hard to
his
do.
stuff. And then also we've got, we do run all of the other business stuff in the background as well. That we are, rather than killing ourselves and going over backwards, the podcast will be probably slightly intermittent.
Yes.
And until we settle, not saying that's a permanent thing, but it will be intermittent.
Yes. We are trying our hardest, but we do also have personal lives as well.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget. Anyway, thank you very much. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
TTFN.
Bye-bye. TT what?
TTFN.
Oh, for now.
Ta-ta for now.